Tara, the goddess who guides us through our troubles. The next is Tara, the next Mahavidya. The list of Mahavidyas, Tara almost always follows Kaali. She is more like Kaali in appearance than the other Mahavidyas. Also, Tara occupies a central place in Tibetan Buddhism, and to a great extent plays the role of a Tibetan national deity also. In a Buddhist context, she is almost always benevolent, compassionate, gentle, playful young woman who indulges her devotees and never lets them come to harm. In a Hindu context, on the other hand, primarily and particularly as one of the Mahavidyas, Tara is almost always fierce, often horrible to behold, and potentially dangerous. Also, Tara, although has fierce aspects in Buddhism and benign ones in Hinduism, she generally manifests gentle features in the former and fierce ones in the latter. Historically, it is likely that the Hindu Mahavidya Tara was the one from which the Buddhist Bodhisattva Tara developed. Now, Tara is very important in the Buddhist tradition. In Buddhist Tantra, Tara belongs to the family of the Dhyani Buddha Amoga Siddhi, which is also related to the Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara, who is the family of the Dhyani Buddha Amitabha. In one account of Tara's origin, in the Buddhist scriptures, all the creatures of the world begin to lament when Avalokiteshvara is about to achieve nirvana, which is final liberation, which means he will leave the world behind. Hearing this, Avalokiteshvara sheds a tear of compassion for the suffering of all beings. That tear becomes Tara, who is thus understood to be the essence of compassion. Tara's essential nature, therefore, in Tibetan Buddhism is that of a compassionate savior who rescues her devotees from peril. Although Tara's primary appeal in Buddhism seems to be as the cheater of death, the prolonger of life, charming, playful young girl, she does have a variety of forms, some of which are fierce and even terrifying. Now the fierce Tara of Hinduism. There are several forms of Tara described in the Hindu sources, but nowhere do we find the playful, charming girl that dominates in Tibetan Buddhism. Nearly every description of Tara in Hindu sources stresses her fierce, horrifying appearance and reminds us of the terrifying Tara Kurukulla and Mahachina Tara of the Buddhist tradition. While Tara is said to have benign and compassionate aspects in the Hindu setting, these tend to be overshadowed by terrible ones. The Dhyana mantra for Ugra Tara from the mantra Mahodadi describes her thus: I meditate upon the Divine Mother of the three worlds, who is sitting on a white lotus situated in the center of the waters enveloping the entire universe. In the left hand she holds a skull and a knife, and in her right hands a sword and blue lotus. Her complexion is blue, she is bedecked with ornaments, she is decorated with 3 beautiful serpents and has 3 red eyes. Her hair is bunched into a single plait of tawny color. Her tongue is always moving, and her teeth and mouth appear terrible. She is wearing a tiger skin round her waist, and her forehead is decorated with the ornaments of white bone. Sage Akshobhya, in the form of a serpent, is situated on her head. She is seated on the heart of a corpse, and her breasts are hard. Thus should one meditate on Bhagavati Tara, the mistress of the 3 worlds.